stuff and balloons.
That's so sweet.
And after I told her that you were like just so exhausted, she was like, I'll just save the sign and balloons for later.
Oh.
Just because she wanted you to just get home and land on a bed as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I needed that. I'm glad that there wasn't a big fanfare because I would have been like, thanks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then we got home. What was the impression of the home itself? Because you saw it.
It was really pretty. My favorite part was the backyard, the walled-in backyard with all of the plants. It was so peaceful. I loved that. It was really cute. It was well maintained. It was nice. It felt like a home. There's also a lot of cultural differences. It felt different, but interesting, I guess. Not bad, but just like, like when you first came here to visit me, you're probably like, whoa, things were so different, right?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. The little note she wrote was so sweet. Yeah. So we stayed in this little, how the fuck would you call it? It's an additional building.
It's basically, there is my mom's house, backyard, and disconnected from the house, in that backyard, an additional tiny little building that kind of looks like an apartment.
Yeah, and that had a small kitchenette, a bathroom, and a bedroom. And that's where you used to live when you lived with your mom, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we stayed in that separate building that was still within her property and like a 5-second walk from the house. Like if you yelled loud enough inside that building, then she would have heard us. So that was sweet. In there, she prepared a lot of things. She made sure it was clean, made the bed, and she gave that little flower. You could see it on my Twitter, I think. And she gave us the flower arrangement with a little note that said...
There are also more chocolates like hidden everywhere.
There were! And it was, enjoy your days at home. It was so sweet. She was so welcoming. And there was this banner in the kitchen that said, like, welcome. There were balloons. It was really cute. You could tell that she went to so much work to welcome you home and to welcome me. It was really sweet.
Yay!
I felt really welcomed. She did a lot. I'm really appreciative of her and everything she did.
She immediately, I remember we ate omelets with what the first day? We got home, we're a little hungry, we want to eat something. She made omelets. I think there were cherry tomatoes. Was that it?
I don't fucking remember.
I think so.
I don't think it was an omelet. I think she made steak milanesa.
You sure? I remember omelets.
I did not eat an omelet.
That might have happened after you then.
Probably.
Okay, yeah, milanesa. Eggs. You're right.
I think it was steak milanesa.
We ate some milanesa, some cherry tomatoes, and then we hit the bed for like milanga. And then we hit the bed for what?
Like 8 hours or something.
8 hours.
What we did was we were traveling for 20 hours. And we landed, final plane was like 6 a.m. We had not slept the whole night. So we really wanted to sleep, and we just hit the bed and we were like, we slept.
We died.
But yeah.
And then we take the rest of the day kind of chill. Do you remember what else we did on the first day? Because I
remember you lost your damn eye mask in the plane, the very first one.
Yeah. So context. A couple of weeks before that, Felix bought their own eye mask to sleep better. And I was like, I don't need it when we were ordering it. And then when the international trip was going to happen, I'm like, I need it. And I was going to buy it. And I bought it because it was going to be long and I wanted to rest better. And I lost it on the first plane.
Can I add more context?
Yeah.
You are more sensitive to light than me. I never slept with my eyes covered. I just had the blinds closed and the lights off, and I was satisfied. And then I met you, and you always slept with your eyes covered. And what you would do is you would just do it with a shirt, and then after we lived together, you would always ask for my shirt because romantic, mushy, gay shit. You wanted it to smell like me because it's comforting.
We still do that to this day.
We do. I used to ask for your shirt for my eyes, but it always pissed me off because it would always fall off. And I'm like, this is ineffective and it's not working, because I just wanted to try it out of curiosity. And I'm like, damn, actually, this actually really helps me sleep better. And so I got an eye mask for sleep that actually works really well. And I was like, hey, this is a really good one. It's $60. It's on sale for like $20. do you want to buy one for you? And he's like, no, I don't want to. I don't need one. I was like, okay. And then literally the day before we left, he's like, I kind of want one actually. I was like, all right, I figured. And then we ordered it just for him. He lost it on the very first plane. The several hour one that was a connection in the international US that he didn't need to sleep on. The very first plane.
Yeah. Thank you, Hades, for the 25.
That's halfway to your goal. Let's go. So he lost his eye mask the very fucking first plane. I feel bad for him, but like I can't make that better. Other than that, I think that's everything about the trip down. Is there anything else?
Thank you, Hades. Thank you, Hades. I think that's it.
I'm looking at through our notes really quickly, and I'm trying to see if there's anything else about
You met my brother.
the trip. Yeah, but that's not about the trip. All right, we get to Argentina. First thoughts about your mom. What about you? How was reconnecting with your mom?
Oh wow. It was needed.
Needed.
I
Describe.
went through the last year, and specifically the last couple months, I've been going through a lot of personal growth. I've been working on just being a better friend, growing as a person in general. I don't know. I felt like last time she met me, I was in a very different place. And I wanted to show her just how far I've come and how I saw things differently than how I used to. And I feel like I slowly got the chance to do that because she told me like, you've matured so much, like you've grown so much, and that made me feel like, yeah, I have. And I don't know, it made me feel validated. Of course, it made me feel so happy that she was so fucking welcoming to you, and that she was trying so hard to make you feel like at home and that you were a part of the family. She definitely, that's one of the things that I noticed that she tried her hardest on, to make you feel part of the family and make sure that you would be respected no matter what. Even if she herself does not understand non-binary people. She's like, okay, that's fine. I don't understand, but that doesn't mean that you don't deserve respect. That doesn't mean that you're not my family. That doesn't mean that I won't fight for you, and, you know, things like that. It was nice, I think. It made me cry definitely a few times. Specifically when you were, well, we'll get there. But when I stayed to stay a little bit longer with my mom, it definitely, there were some more, like, emotional moments.
Yeah. I figured. I figured.
What's next?
So, before we went on the trip to the mountains, we spent some quality time with your mom and your brother at home. One of the things we did was your mom showed us pictures. Do you remember that?
Oh my god, yeah! Okay, basically, my mom likes collecting a lot of pictures, like old pictures, you know, like most parents do, just collecting baby pictures and different houses and etc. And basically, like, my mom asked Felix, hey, do you want to see, like, baby pictures of Kate?
Of course I did.
Like, yeah.
Yeah.
And you got to see baby pictures of me.
I did.
How was that? How did it feel to look at me in like such a different stage of life?
You're the same person, but you've changed so much. It was, I felt like you were still just the same person, but you've changed a lot. Like you just grew up.
That made me feel similar. I agree.
Yeah.
Something that actually, this is more from my perspective, but something that watching those pictures and like specifically my mom told a specific story that I will tell now. That while we were going through the pictures, we land on a picture of me and my grandma. My paternal grandma, that would be. I'm not gonna obviously drop names or anything, but she was a rebel when she was a teenager, to the point that she was married off early to my grandfather in an effort from her parents to kind of make her chill a little. And, you know, many kids later, she was more tied down to a normal nuclear life, but she never stopped being herself. She just had a lot more responsibilities now. And something that my mom told me that used to happen is that at the family meetings, because we used to have this every week, at the family meetings, the adults would be on their corner talking, the kids and teenagers would be doing their own thing, and she would find me and just start talking to me. She would ask me questions. She would just give me scenarios and see how I would respond, because apparently I was the most interesting person there. Just the way that I saw the world and the way that I responded to her was so interesting to her. My mom told me that she saw herself in me in her revelry. And that's something, like, again, I was a toddler. I don't remember this. So hearing that made me feel a lot more connected to her, even if, she's long passed away. And something that you said as well, similarly, is that watching those pictures also made me realize that I've always been me. I've always been a little bit creative. I've always been a little bit of a rebel. I've always been passionate for things. I've just changed and grown. But I don't know. As someone who has such a fucking shitty memory, it felt like at some points of my life I couldn't really trust my own memory, and I'd rather people tell me how I am than me do the work of actually get to know myself. And seeing like, oh, I've always been this way. I've always been me. It was kind of reassuring in a way. It made me feel more accepting of the person that I am, and I will be. So yeah, that was nice. Personal growth right there.
Yay.
Yay.
Yay. When your mom was showing us pictures, she also showed us pictures of her in the United States.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
And I thought that was wild because she's just like, oh, hey, you want to see a picture of me at the Twin Towers? I was like, what?
Yeah.
And at first I thought she was joking because this happened right after we played fucking Jenga. And it was September. But no, she was not joking. And I was super interested because it was really weird for me as an American to see somebody else from a different country who spoke a different language from a different culture showing me things about my country that I couldn't even experience because I was too young. So I was like, wow, you got to experience something I never will. That was really interesting. But yeah, she was like, hey, you want to see pictures of me at the Twin Towers?
Hey, American.
But I actually did really like seeing those pictures. Yeah. It was cool. It was really cool. I'm going over our topics really quickly. I'm trying to organize them into like chronological order. Because it was oh, something you forgot to mention about the way down. You learned how to play solitaire.
Oh yeah. We were so bored at the plane that I ended up learning how to play solitaire, and I started like playing. Oh, this is so funny. Remember the woman from Peru that was like sitting right next to us? Well, she was analyzing the games as I was learning how to do it, and there was one point where we both started the game at the same time.
Can I pause you for 1 second?
Yeah.
This was played on the background screen, on the background of the like seat head. You know those like tablet things they have on the back of the plane seats? That. It wasn't real cards, it was a game on the screen.
Yeah. So Felix was there and I was there, and like from her seat, she was on the window seat. She could see both of our screens. And it was starting the game, me like getting 4 minutes in and then getting stuck and then getting stuck and then getting stuck and then getting stuck. And Felix was like, by the time I was on 5 minutes stuck on the same game, they already did 3.
Yeah.
It like literally that woman said, there's not even a competition. I'm like, I know.
It wasn't meant to be competitive.
Like, look at that master at play.